the Pirates back winning, and I am very excited to see the rest of 2019 and what it holds in store for this Pirates baseball club. The Pittsburgh Pirates organization announced a change to their stadium. The change will help make fans in attendance at PNC Park safer. The Pittsburgh Pirates join a slew of other teams in trying to make the fans more safe at their baseball games. It seems now more than ever fans are being hit by foul balls and suffering serious injuries. There have been numerous fans injured just in the last few weeks, including a little girl at Minute Maid Park in Houston. On May 29th, the Chicago Cubs were playing the Astros with Albert Almora. He roped a 100-mile-per-hour line drive foul ball that struck the 2-year-old girl. Reports say that the girl was hit in the head and suffered a seizure because of it. This is just one of many incidents that have happened this year. Many want to blame technology. People are on their devices now more than ever, and one can see it at the ballpark as well. While the devices do not help, it's still not the complete issue. Really, what it comes down to is that these are the best hitters in the world, hitting a ball harder than one can throw it. StatCast is one of the best new additions to baseball. It measures everything that happens to the ball, how hard it is hit, its trajectory, and many other things. Now we can see how fast baseballs are hit. The ball that hit the little girl in Houston was around 100 miles per hour, which is fast, but not as fast as some. The top 50 hardest hit balls this year were at least 115 miles per hour, with Giancarlo Stanton owning the fastest hit ball at 120 miles per hour. I've played baseball, right? I thought baseballs that were hit 85 miles per hour were pretty fast and had trouble getting out of the way of inside ones. Devices are not. A ball coming at someone at 115 miles per hour will cause a person to have trouble getting out of the way. For instance, just last year, an elderly woman at a Dodgers game was struck in the head with a foul ball. She ended up passing away due to a brain hemorrhage. She was not scrolling on her phone or playing on a tablet. She was simply watching the game. She was 79 years old. How can one expect elderly fans or toddlers being able to react quick enough to dodge belted baseballs? Because of this, baseball teams have started to announce that they will extend protective netting down the foul lines. The Pittsburgh Pirates are joining this trend and have announced they will extend the netting sometime in the near future. Frank Coonelly, the team president, spoke about the matter, saying, quote, "As we stated in 2017, when we were one of the first major league clubs to extend out protective netting to enter the dugouts, fan safety at PNC Park is of paramount importance. It is heartbreaking to see a fan injured by an object leaving the field of play at any ballpark. We have once again engaged our netting experts to reevaluate our protective netting design and to immediately develop a plan to extend the protective netting at PNC Park farther down the baselines. While we have put these efforts on a very fast track, we are committed to developing the right plan for PNC Park," end quote. This is a smart decision by the Pittsburgh Pirates. While netting will somewhat obstruct the view that PNC Park is known for, it is much more important for fans to be able to feel safe and comfortable while watching the game. In these situations that have occurred seemingly at a more frequent rate, they're heartbreaking. They are. The little girl, the 2-year-old girl that got nailed in the head and suffered a fractured skull and a seizure. And yes, the devices definitely do play a part in fans getting hit with baseballs. But you should have the right to be able to go to, let's say, PNC Park or any other Major League Baseball stadium for that matter, and feel safe while you're in attendance and not have to worry about baseballs coming in at upwards of over 100 miles per hour and being concerned that you might be struck with that baseball. And this is a no-brainer, and it really Coonelly announced this, and it made the front page of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette on yesterday, Friday. And again, it's going to be put on a very fast track. Now, is it going to be put in after the All-Star break, 2020? We're not 100% sure. I would like to see this put in before the game Monday. It's not going to happen, but ideally after the All-Star break, the protective netting will be extended all the way down the foul line. And, you know, I play baseball myself, right? And I find it hard sometimes, you know, to get out of the way of 85-mile-per-hour baseballs that are coming in inside in the batter's box. You know, I find that difficult sometimes. Now, imagine elderly people that are sitting there enjoying a game. You know, they pay a fair amount of money to get those good seats to be able to see their favorite baseball players, and they have to feel as if they're unsafe. Heartbreaking what happened in LA last year with the 79-year-old woman that's sitting there watching her Dodgers play, and she gets nailed with a line drive in the head, suffers a brain hemorrhage, and passes away. This shouldn't be happening at Major League Baseball stadiums, and this is too long in the making. It really is, and it's one of the things that puts a black mark on Major League Baseball as a whole, is these fans getting hit with baseballs. And yes, the uptick has a lot to do with the devices. But for the toddlers, for the young children, for the elderly, how can you expect them to get out of the way of a 120-mile-per-hour line drive coming at you? Can't even expect some of these players to get out of the way. How can you expect fans who are much less skilled, especially the youngest and the oldest of them, to get out of the way? And yes, when you buy your ticket, it essentially says that you are, in charge of your own safety. But the Pirates have made the right decision in this case. And yes, this stadium, the most beautiful stadium in all of baseball, is known for its view. But if you've ever sat behind home plate, you know that the net's as if it's not even there. And I sit a lot of the times down the left field line, that's like section 131, down the right field line, section 101. And baseball still come in very hot. They do. And again, it may, take some time to get used to. But just like all things, for safety purposes, this is what needs to happen, and it is going to be what's happening. And it's awesome the Pittsburgh Pirates are doing this, and it's awesome that other Major League Baseball clubs are taking the initiative to protect their fans and the people that attend their stadiums. Because every passing day that goes by that this isn't mandatory is another day where Major League Baseball is risking, really, their fans getting killed. Every game that goes by, they're risking having another 79-year-old woman get nailed with a line drive and dying. They're risking having another 2-year-old get hit with a line drive, fracturing her skull, suffering a seizure. They're risking changing the lives of families forever because of stubbornness. And that's what it comes down to is, people on their phones know, okay? And even for people that, may be a little bit more skilled and may be paying attention, it is so hard to get out of the way of these pitches. So hard. And Major League Baseball did the right thing in mandating that clubs extend the netting down the dugout. But they need to go a step further. They need to have it extended down to the foul poles and ensure that their fans are safe. That this trend of fans getting seriously injured and in some cases being killed doesn't continue. Major League Baseball stadiums should be a place where you can take your family and enjoy the game regardless of your fandom, if you're a diehard fan, if you really even care about the game. If you just want to go with your family, enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the ballpark, you should have the right to do that. And the people that work hard to be able to go to those games and afford those tickets, especially the nice tickets, because that's where these netting will matter. They should be able to feel safe. Excellent decision by the Pirates management, by Frank Coonelly, to re-engage this discussion and to put this on the spotlight, not only Pittsburgh, but on a national spotlight. National talk shows are discussing this because this is becoming a disturbing trend and a trend that needs to end. Pirates are taking the initiative to end it, but Major League Baseball needs to take the initiative as well. And this should be after the All-Star break, not 2020. This should be now. Because again, every game, every day that goes by, they're risking fans dying, lives changing forever. Rob Manfred, it's your move. Make the right decision for your fans. The players are calling for it. Trevor Williams, Stephen Brell were calling for it in the papers yesterday. Make the right move. Make it mandatory for the netting to be extended all the way down to the foul poles. It only makes sense. It is an absolute no-brainer to have this happen. All right, let's get off that sad note. The Pittsburgh Pirates, they started their 6-game road trip with one of their best series of the season thus far. Following a 4-1 homestand, the Pittsburgh Pirates embarked on a 6-game road trip that started in Houston on Tuesday night. To the surprise of many, the Pirates did not just go toe-to-toe with arguably the best team in baseball, but they won the series. After taking 2 out of 3 from the Astros, the Pirates improved to 38-41 on the season. This includes 12-10-4 in the 26 series they have played this season. With the series victory, the team also continued to play well on the road. The Pirates are now 22-22 in 44 road games this season. Wow, this is a 500, not a winning road record. Every team's goal is to play 500 on the road and take care of business at home. The Pirates have taken care of the play 500 on the road part. Their issue is they have not played well at PNC Park. That, however, is a conversation for another time. Next up, the Pirates is a big 3-game series at Miller Park in Milwaukee against their divisional rival Brewers. Before we start to focus on the Brew Crew, let's take a look back at 3 takeaways from the team's series victory in Houston. Alright, my first takeaway. Ex-Astros burned their old squad. Last offseason, the Pittsburgh Pirates traded Garrett Cole to the Houston Astros for Colin Moran, Jason Martin, Joe Musgrove, and Michael Felice. After not appearing in Tuesday night's game, Martin was optioned to AAA for Wednesday night's starting pitcher, Dario Agrizal. The other 3 ex-Astros would go on to play a large role in the Pirates' series victory. Felice pitched both on Tuesday night and Thursday afternoon. He faced 4 batters between the 2 outings and retired all 4. This included a pair of strikeouts on Thursday night. Quietly, Felice has started to pitch well out of the Pirate bullpen. On Tuesday night, Moran started at third base, and on Thursday he was at second base. Moran was 3 for 9 in the series with a pair of doubles. This included picking up his 42nd RBI of the season in Thursday's 4-run first inning. Finally, there was Musgrove. Big Joe started for the Pirates in Thursday's series finale and dominated his ex-club. In 6 shutout innings of work, Musgrove allowed 9 hits, all of which were singles. He did not walk a batter, and he struck out 5. It had to feel good for all 3 of these players to perform well in their return to Houston. Not only did the Pirates pick up a series victory, but all 3 of these players had strong series and played a role in their new club taking the series. Takeaway number 2. Was this the Pirates' best series they have played all season? While the Pirates lost the series opener, a strong argument can still be made this was the best series they have played all season long. After being held to just 1 run on Tuesday night, the offense exploded for 14 runs on Wednesday and 10 on Thursday. The bullpen was excellent in the series, allowing just 2 runs, one of which came due to Elias Diaz failing to block a strikeout pitch by Clay Holmes in 7 1/3 innings of work. A big reason the bullpen was effective is because the starting pitching pitched deep into games. Trevor Williams, Agrizal, and Musgrove combined to allow 5 runs in 18 2/3 innings of work. A strong argument can be made that the Astros are the best team in the American League, if not all of baseball. Yet the Pirates waltzed into Minute Maid Park and became the first road team to win a series in Houston all season. The Bucs also outscored the Astros 25-7 in the process. Even in the loss, the Pirates played well. Facing MLB strikeout leader Garrett Cole, the Bucs only struck out 3 times. They had opportunities against Cole, and if not for Josh Reddick robbing Starling Marte of a home run, the game could have gone much differently. For my money, this was the best series the Pirates have played all season. Takeaway number 3. Let's take a second to appreciate Jacob Stallings. Quietly, Jacob Stallings has been excellent for the Pirates this season. The team's backup catcher started the series finale on Thursday. On top of guiding the pitching staff to a shutout, he also had his first career 3-hit game. In Thursday night's game, Stallings was 3 for 3 with a walk on top of being his first career 3-hit game. He also had his first MLB home run in Thursday's 10-0 victory. Yes, it's a small sample size, but in 45 plate appearances this season, Stallings owns a 341 average, 400 OBP, and a 439 slugging. This includes a strong 8.9% walk rate and a WRC plus of 117. Mixing his defensive prowess, and Stallings has become a strong backup to Diaz. Stallings has also drawn praise from the Pirate pitching staff for the work he does with them. Not just his work behind the dish while catching, but also talking with them about tendencies he notices or picks up on when he is not catching. When Francisco Cervelli returns from the injury list, the Pirates are going to be facing a dilemma. Stallings is out of minor league options and therefore cannot be optioned back to AAA. while he cleared waivers when he was designated for assignment